All right, welcome back. In the previous video, we learned how you can perform a local scan in your system when you are developing, right? You can resolve all the dependencies issues before even pushing it to Docker Hub. Now, here we are considering the case that you have pushed the image already to the artifact registry or into Docker Hub, and here you found one of the vulnerability that you need to get rid of, right? This video specific covers that specific segment because here we are going to see how you can try to fix that issue, how you can patch it, and you can push the patched image back to the artifact tree, right? So yeah, let me go back to Docker Hub and I'll search one of the images that I have been using for the demonstration. I'll suggest everyone to use their own image which they have pushed. It can either be a hello world image, it can be a Java based image, doesn't matter. The steps remains the same. The things remains the same, and basically here we are trying to see how you can get rid of the issues. So the number of images you try to explore, you will get a clarity how things work over here. So the base thing that I'm going to do is I'll run Trivy image followed by the image name, and that will actually run a report for me, and it will give me the report in two level, that is at OS level and also at package manager level, right? So that has been done by artifact analyzer. And let's say if I want to know how much time does it take to scan an image, I'll just have to write time Trivy image followed by the image name, and it will run the scan. Okay. And then it will tell how much time did it take. So here you can see the time has been printed. Okay. And these are the vulnerabilities that I can see as of now. Okay. So if I go to report summary, you can see the system type is Alpine and the vulnerabilities here are 12. Okay. And here you can see there are OS level vulnerabilities, and this is something that we are going to resolve today. Here we have vulnerability in busybox bin sh, c arcs, like png, ssl underscore client, and the best part is the fix for all of them is present. So let's say busybox, the issue was found in version 1.37.0-r19. The fix is given, the patch is given in 1.37.0-r20. And then we got a requirement from the team that we need to get rid of this issue. This is under high criticality. How do we resolve it? Okay. So let's take that scenario and let's update libpng. Okay. And the issue, the severity is high. Okay. That we need to get rid of. The version is 1.6.47-r0. The fix is been given the in 1.6.51-r0. And the latest patch you can see it's on 6.53. Okay. So basically, if we update this package, the issue will get resolved. How do we do it? So the first thing would be to go inside the documentation and get an understanding of the issue, what that actually issue is. Once you got the idea and you got the clarity what we are fixing, then things would make sense, right? So the next thing would be I will create one Docker file and I'll type the command bin Docker file. I'll just copy this package name. It would be easier for us. Okay. Now, what we are doing the fix for? So we are doing the fix for the base image that we just pulled. So the name of that image is, I'll copy it from here. Okay. And here you have to update this library. So before even that, you have to run the command apk update. It will update the package list, and then apt upgrade hyphen no cache libpng. Now, what it will do, here we have defined the base OS, okay, where the vulnerability are found. And then what we are going to do is we are going to update and refresh the artifactory. When I say artifactory, I am talking about the package manager. It will get a revised list of the fixed version, and then we are upgrading the package with the vulnerability with the latest version which is present. So I'll just save this file, escape pull and wq, and then I'll build one more image out of it. So docker build -t app web v1 dot. make sure your Docker file is present in the same place where your image is present. Okay. So here we are getting an issue, and here it is saying invalid base image platform. Here it is saying the expected platform is Linux ARM64. So while we are building the image itself, at that time you have to provide the platform name. So hyphen platform, and the platform is Linux ARM64, and then try to build it again. One second. Okay. Now this time things should work, and here it is saying okay, fail to resolve the process, that is bin sh-c apt update. Okay. And upgrade no cache did not complete it successfully. We have to get the details over here. All right, let us see what is the actual issue over here. So we made a very small mistake. Basically, we ran the command apk update over here, and basically we wrote apt upgrade over here. So basically, those are two different package managers. If I go to internet and search for Alpine package manager, okay, it will give me the name. Okay, so here Alpine make use of apk. So I'll just again edit the Docker file, and here I'll just edit this apt to apk, escape colon wq again, and then we are going to rebuild this image once again since it was not completed. And now you can see the image is built. Now the thing is, I am going to run the scan again and see whether the issue for libpng is fixed or not. So I'll just write Trivy image apps with fix v1. Okay, it ran a scan, and here you can see that issue is gone. The issue with severity high is literally gone. Now, Shubham, you said this time we are going to fix all the vulnerabilities, and this image will be a security free issue. Like there won't be any issue in this image. How do we do that? So, what I'm going to do is I'll open one more terminal for the reference. Let me just do a little bit of zoom so it would be easier for you. I'll go back to the directory where my Docker file is present. I'll just edit the Docker file and see, this is one of the very easiest work to do because we are just upgrading the packages. Okay, now here considering the fact that you have to get rid of all the vulnerabilities, we already fixed the image, but here just for learning purpose we are resolving all the issues, so it is very much easy. See, since the fix for all the libraries are present, we are going to upgrade each and every one of them. So libpng is done. We are going to update busybox, then busybox shell, uh, and then the next would be that is the arcs. Okay, and lastly SSL client. See, the fix is already present, so it is easier for us to get rid of all the issues. And one more space, escape colon WQ. This time, let me build the image with the tag app with fix v2. Okay, I'm running the command once again. This time, it will perform one more round of updation. Here we got one error. Let us see what is the issue. Oh, the issue is we didn't build the image. So let us build the image first. So docker build hyphen -t dot and app quick fix v2. This will build the image again. This time when we run the Trivy scan, it would be very much easier. And we can see there are literally no issues in the image. So I'll run app with fix v2 command once again. Okay. And here, see, the report is generated and the vulnerabilities are zero and things are good for us. Now, what should be the next step once the image is done? Then again, tag the image and then push it to Docker Hub. Okay, so let us tag the image. So Docker tag app with issue v2 with, I'll just keep the name safe, colony v2. What was the name of the image? Check. Up with fix. Okay, so this is app with fix. Okay, and what I'm going to do is docker push. Okay. Now what it will do, the new tagged image will get pushed to Artifactory and the image with issue is been fixed and we are directly pushing into the Docker Hub. Now, once again, as a check from our side, we are going to run one more round of scan in this new image. So once the image pushed, I'll just recheck whether it is present into the Docker Hub account. I'll go back to Profile Summarizer. If I go to tags, there should be V2 tag, which is just posted a minute ago, which is this one, and things are here, right? Now the next thing is I'll run one more round of scan in this image, the new image which we created. So Trivy image followed by profile summarizer, and yes, our work is done. You can see the issue is resolved and things are good for us. So yeah, in this video we learned how you can get rid of the issues for the images which are already pushed into Docker Hub. And if you want to know a deep understanding of whatever we did, so basically here I have already documented it into the repository. So here like what we did as a summary, we can just go through it. So here we did a scan on GitHub Profile Summarizer, which was a Docker image which is pushed into Docker Hub. Okay. Here we performed an initial scan. We found there are 10 vulnerabilities and then there were two high critical, low and medium vulnerabilities. After running the Trivy image command, we got this sort of output, and we also learned that there was a vulnerability which was present on version R90, but it was fixed on version R20. So we get rid of that issue first, and then once everything was done, we get rid of it and we pushed it into the Docker Hub. So our flow was like we wrote the code, we pushed the Docker image, we ran a scan, and then we fixed the issue. So that is something that we did today. And initially we updated the package libpng, and that command is written over here, documented over here. So you can just take a reference from here. And then if you want to get the final result, so the final result was like we literally get rid of all the issues that were present and things were good for us. Now, if you want the final Docker file that we used, it is also present over here. You can just use it for reference, but I would recommend to you to try it on your images, so it would be easier for you to understand and get rid of all the vulnerabilities this is which are present. Now, is this the only way that you can use for getting rid of the issues? So no, there are. So is this the only way to get rid of the issues? So definitely no, there are multiple ways also, but this is one of the scenario that we consider to get rid of the issues, right? So yeah, I hope you learned a lot in this video, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much and keep learning.